but what got you into doing your business consultancy now? So you obviously had a period where you weren't doing this, you were working within other organizations. So what got you to here? What have you done?
So I decided this was what I wanted to do. And then I was like, okay, so I'm good at solving problems within businesses, and I have that business knowledge of how an organization should run, how to make it run smoothly, how to make the customer experience better and make sure the customer journey is smooth. But the actual business knowledge, not so much. So for me, that did involve like the traditional route. And I know loads of people say you don't need to go to university these days, and that's absolutely fine. If you want to learn outside of university, go for it. For me, I love studying, I love learning, and I enjoy the qualification. It feels quite rewarding to have a qualification. So I went into business management, and I'm now gone on to do a master's in like consumer purchasing decisions, really, and the psychology behind what drives these purchasing decisions,
Wow.
which is what I'm doing, as well as doing a degree in accounting as well, which is 100% not for me, but I was like, lean into areas that you're not good at. So I
Okay.
looked at the areas I am good at in business, and I was like, okay, so I'm clearly good at the marketing side, but I'm not good at the accounting. So
Got
let's
you.
patch that up. Let's learn something about that.
Wow.
So for me, the main point was if you want to earn more, you have to learn more.
Hmm.
And that was the foundation. And that is the philosophy that I still build businesses on today. And even like I've recently launched Zip It Rug, which is my latest business venture. I knew nothing about retail.
Hmm.
I knew nothing about textiles. So to start a rug company, and people were saying like, oh, so do you want like ripstop fabric? And I was like, what? And they were like, what gram do you want? And I was like, what do you mean, what gram? Like,
Yeah.
and all of these questions, like asking me questions about, how waterproof something is. And I was like, I don't know what denier means. Please explain this to me. And that was when I was like, okay, so you can't run a company with that lack of knowledge. So I need to learn more about this.
Mm.
And if you can take that approach to life, that you always need to be learning something new, that's going to help you thrive in business.
Yeah.
The next foundation, I think, for me was always market research. And this is something I stress to people all the time. If you want to go into a company, you want to start a company, you've got a business idea. I think a lot of people have a business idea. At least 90% of people say, I have something and it could be a business. I'm thinking of starting a business. And in some ways, I'm like, yes, I'm really excited for you. And in some ways, it makes me want to roll my eyes to the back of my head because I've got a business idea. And I'm like, okay, expand on it. Get your pen and paper out, get your iPad out, get your laptop out, whatever it is that helps you, and map it out. Where is that business going to make money? Who is it going to sell to? What's the demographics like? And I mean a lot more than how old they are, what gender they are, and their location. Like, what is their misbeliefs that they have in life? What problems do they have? What are you solving? What are the benefits of it? Are they likely to buy from you? Going really, really deep into it. That's going to be in your market research. The customer journey has to be part of your market research. So where do they start? How do they first come into contact with your business all the way through till after the purchase? What's that customer journey like? What's that experience with dealing with your company? What is your competitors like? I know a lot of business consultants at the moment are like, stand in your own light. Ignore your competitors. It doesn't matter. Just be you. You can't just ignore competitors. Competitors are a really big thing, especially if you're going into equine clothing.
Hmm. Oh,
How are you going to stack up against Lemure? How are you
yeah.
going to stack up against the other heavy hitting brands at the moment? What's going to make your leggings and your base layers different? There's only so many ways you can do it. So what is your company going to do differently? It could be the
Yeah.
branding, it could be the messaging, it could be the tone of voice that your company has. So actually looking around and analysing it. There is room for everybody,
Mm.
but we have to differentiate. So that, I would say, was a massive thing for me in sort of starting that business journey
Yeah.
and in all of my companies that I've launched.